Well, I was really struck by just kind of thinking about the emotions and thinking about how the fishermen must have been having this just like massive wave of frustration and just like exhaustion from working so tirelessly.
And the nets are breaking. That sounds really stressful to me. That, okay, we have all these fish. We haven't caught anything. We don't want to lose any of these. So they're trying to catch all these fish that are falling out of the nets. They have to call their friends, come here, come here.
Overwhelming amounts of fish that they caught.
And the boats are sinking. Like, what does it take to sink a boat just from sheer weight?
I would love to have some of the inner monologue before Simon Peter does this outburst that just seems like, what does that have to do with anything?
After this really amazing miracle that would have a lot of wonderful consequences of fish for everybody, and I can sell all of these, Simon Peter reacts out of like shame.
One question that I always find myself asking when I read any story really that involves Jesus and his disciples is why these people?
And I just think that's so sad that in the presence of this greatness, all Peter can do is kind of erase himself and put himself down.
And I actually like it. I think coming from a sense of unworthiness, that probably isn't such a positive thing, but maybe coming from a sense of being willing to listen, being willing to have faith, and being willing to really give it all up to do something really, really different.
So they pulled their boats up on shore, left everything, and followed him. There's so many questions, so many gaps just in that statement. What I want to know is, what did they leave? What did they leave behind? They left behind all these fish, which they had been waiting for all night. But what were their lives like? What relationships were they leaving behind?
In my congregation, we have a lot of members who are immigrants from Liberia, from West Africa, and I've seen the fishing nets that are used in Liberia. And it's not just kind of toiling to go fishing, but you have to make the nets by hand. You probably made the boats. You know, everything involved in this whole enterprise has been made by these disciples and their families. So it's not like you're just leaving something that you bought at REI on the side of the lakeshore.
The relationships, their parents, their kids, if they have kids, their friends, and they're just willing to leave it all behind. It reminds me of this U2 song called Walk On, and Bono and The Edge, they talk about being able to just walk on and leave everything behind. All that you have, all that you don't have, all of your struggles, all of your suffering, all of your joys, you can leave it behind and go forward. And I think that's a pretty powerful statement. I think that's Christ invites us to do that every day, that we can leave everything that we haven't yet done, we can leave it behind and go forward.